Today, we will be talking about international business. We will be talking about free trade and the protectionist policies of the government. Let me introduce you these two types. Uh, just imagine that some imports, by imports I mean taking or receiving a good or a product from outside of the country. That means when I receive a product from outside India, I'll be terming that as an import. And if I happen to sell a product, I means in the sense, let's say my business, my firm happens to sell a product outside India, maybe to a client in US or New Zealand, then I'll say that it is termed as exports. So when these imports and exports are free, that means there are no restrictions of the government as such. Government says, okay, you can import any type of products in whatever quantity you need, whichever quality you need, and also you can export any type of products. Then we say that this is free trade. That means there is no restriction on imports and exports. That is the concept of free trade. No, when I mean restriction, I basically talk about government restrictions. If there are no government restrictions on imports and exports, then we say that a free trade is permitted in that particular country. On the other hand, the government may like to impose certain restrictions which may ban, not ban or restrict, let's say restrict the international trade. So we term that as some protectionist policies of the government. I repeat, protectionist policies of the government. Now you'll say that how can government restrict this imports and exports? There are various reasons. Either the government can totally ban a particular import or export. Obviously, uh, taking into consideration the guidelines given by WTO, that is World Trade Organization, and especially if that country is not a part of WTO, it can outright ban imports of certain imports and exports of any products it wishes to. Or the government might give several reasons, like let's say those products are not suitable from some technical angle, try impose some technical restrictions on products coming into the country. Or the government might say that we have something called as quota system. Quota in the sense, let's say at max 1000 German cars can enter India in a financial year, in a financial year. In this case, the moment the 1000 first German car is arriving, it will be stopped. That is a quota system. So the government can impose quotas, the government may outright ban, the government may cite some technical reasons, the government can also cite some health reasons. For example, Indian Alfonso mangoes entering into Europe were restricted because there were some issues of flies found, which may not be perhaps sound for the health of the people there. So, health reasons can be given, technical reasons can be there given, outright ban can be there. Apart from this, the government can use an important arsenal wherein WTO's rules somewhere fell weak. Like it can impose a high amount of customs duty or an import duty for products entering inside that country. Now, what kind of things can be? Let's say a certain equipment from Korea is costing me 150 rupees in India, and the same equipment is the Korean manufacturer is able to deliver when converted to Indian prices, and let's say 100 rupees. Obviously, the customer given now, if we assume that the features and quality is almost comparable, then the customers will prefer to buy this Korean product. Now, the government can, let's say, do like, okay, we are imposing a 70% custom duty on this Korean products. So now this 70% custom duty or import duty will have to be paid by this Korean manufacturer when his goods, or the importer of this equipments, when these goods enter India. As a result, he won't be able to price this good at 100 rupees, because he will have to consider his profits. He will have to take a good part of those 70-75 rupees from the customer. As a result, this phone, or let's say this equipment, will cost more than 150 rupees. And the customers might prefer that, okay, let's buy it from the Indian manufacturer instead of Korean manufacturer, because now this price advantage is no more there. So the government can impose this customs duty or import duty. So now, why does the government does this? Simply because the government wants to protect domestic industries. Just imagine, if there are a lot of Chinese cars entering India, what will happen? Tata Motors, Mahindra, uh, Maruti Suzuki, maybe they might run out of business. What will happen to the number of employees there? The amount of labor, managers, professionals they employ, they can go jobless. People going jobless, unemployment rising, can actually be politically dangerous as well for the government. So it may happen that the government loses the upcoming election due to huge unemployment. So the government would never want this. Hence, it tries to restrict imports in one way or the other. So these are protectionist policies. So we have got, when we talk about the basic international trade, we say that we have got free trade and we have got protectionist policies by the government. I hope you all have got the concept. Thank you.